In just 10 minutes, we have a fully operational palletizing program generated by the Path2 code generator. First thing we're going to do is go to path2.io and download the sample files, both the .dat and the .src that we need to have the robot run the program. I'm going to import them into KUKA Sim. As you can see here, the times and the dates are exactly the same as what you can see in the corner of my screen. Purposely left the clock visible so you can see I haven't manipulated anything, and everything is exactly as it's taken from the sample files that we downloaded. I've just sped this next section up a little bit because I've got to put some automation inside of KUKA Sim just to make the conveyors run. It's just some signaling between the sensor and the conveyor to start and stop it when the boxes appear. I have put in there also an output for the gripper to grasp and release, which is something you'll need in your own program. And next, what we're going to do is we're just going to teach the pick position and the pick approach position. This is actually quite tricky in KUKA Sim, but it's a lot easier in real life when using your KUKA Teach pendant. On your Teach pendant, you would just be using your jog functions, your X, Y, Z buttons to move the robot gripper and get it perfectly centered to the part that you're going to be picking. Always recommend you do the pick position first, save it, save that position either using a PTP or a linear motion, and then move away in the Z axis and save your position that way. Again, this time though, I would use a linear motion. So I've just sped this up a little bit more there again, just because all I'm doing here is just doing some measuring, trying to get the robot as close to the center of each box as we can. KUKA Sim can be a bit strange sometimes. Sometimes it'll allow it to snap on the box when you pause the program. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes you've got to go out of the program and back into it. But as you can see there, I've just snapped it onto the center of the box. And now we're going to demonstrate just the perfect palletizing straight from the SRC file that we downloaded from the pallet sample. As you've watched this, you've seen that the only thing I've changed is adding some outputs to control the conveyors. I haven't actually touched anything to do with the actual palletizing program itself, and we've got perfect centralized palletizing with equal gaps between the boxes. Can't get any more perfect than that, and that whole process has took us 10 minutes, which I've tested on an actual KUKA robot, and I will do a further video on this, and it takes no longer. One thing I didn't show earlier in the video, but I did do just to save a little bit of time, is I taught the base of the robot to the center of the pallet. So I set base one as the center of the pallet, which I'm just showing you here. You can see there the base is set to the center. You'd obviously do that on your own teach pendant, which is very simple and straightforward to do. When you download your files, you'll be given a PDF document which will tell you exactly how to set your bases step by step. So in 10 minutes, we have a perfectly working palletizing program.